Oh, hello there, Year 7. Didn't see you there. In this video, I'm going to be talking you through some feedback for your work you've been completing for me recently. We're going to be mainly focusing on the Jabberwocky work you've done for me. We're going to look at some really nice successes in the work I've had back. And I'm going to talk about some common problems some people have had. At the end, I'll set you a task you'll need to complete, and I'll try my best to talk you through what's expected. So without further ado, let's begin. The first thing I wanted to do in this video is look at some wonderful pieces of work. And our first one is from Ava, who has done a fantastic drawing of the Jabberwocky and annotated it appropriately. As you can see, we've got annotations like claws that catch, jaws that bite, massive wings, tail wiry, and eyes of flame. It had everything we needed, and it is a wonderful drawing. So definitely 100% well done, Ava. The next one I want to look at is from Molly, who's done a wonderful poem here. In a dark and gloomy night, the skip comes creeping and sneaking, evil and piffy, screams away the night, roughing and breading, havoc he's wreaking. Like, there's some wonderful use of portmanteaus and nonsense words in here. And it's great, it's wonderful to see. Really liking the descriptive terminology here. You've done really, really well here, Molly. Our next piece is Taylor's, who has done an incredible piece of work here. There is some really advanced use of vocab. For instance, scary and hairy, it screeches away the light. Revolting and slimy, he is gliding. Like, revolting is such a good word to use for something like this, where you're describing these, well, revolting monsters. So I'm really impressed with your piece of work, Taylor. Well done. Whilst everyone's done some incredible work, there's one student who went above and beyond in every regard with this piece. So I've decided to try and reward Sean with a short video animating his poem. Please enjoy. Can you hear the fudgy? The fudgy is heat. Fudgy is in the dark, then run away in feet. The fudgy is so treachy, the fudgy is so mean. Once you've seen the fudgy, it will make you scream. If you hear the fudgy, you'll soon be in his grasp. His long pointy tail will grip. You'll be next on his list. You stab, poke to escape him. His flaming eyes go skaboom. You hit him with a box kite, then you go hiding in your room. So the area I've noticed that most people need assistance with this week is that we're having a bit of a struggle understanding what a rhyme scheme is and what it entails. Okay? Now, rhyme schemes, they seem incredibly complicated. When a teacher says, okay, this has got an A-B rhyme scheme, and you look at the entirety of the sentence, you're like, I don't know how that makes sense. It's mad. Really, all we're doing when we're finding out what the rhyme scheme is we're looking at the last word of each line. Okay, so look at this example on the board. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam, I am. I do not like them in a boat. I do not like them with a goat. I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. Now, if we take away everything except the last words, we've got ham, am, boat, goat, house, and mouse. Now, ham and am rhyme. So we look at that first line. Ham, so we'd call that A, because it's the first one. Then we look at the second line. Am rhymes with ham. Okay, so we call that A again because it already rhymes with an A. Then we look at the third line. Boat does not rhyme with ham. So that, because that's our second new rhyme, we call that B. And because goat rhymes with boat, but it does not rhyme with ham, we're able to call that B, because it already rhymes with boat. And then obviously, because house is our third rhyme, we'd call that C. Now, if we were to look at a different rhyming scheme, for instance, Mary had a little lamb, its fleece as white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. And again, we get rid of all the other words except that final word. Okay, so lamb, because that's our first word, again, it becomes A. Then we look at the second word, snow. Snow does not rhyme with lamb because it's the second one. We call that B. Then went. Went does not rhyme with lamb or snow, so that becomes C because it's our third one. Then we look at the final one, go. Now go does not rhyme with lamb, so it can't be A. Go, however, does rhyme with snow, so it becomes B. And we can see that the rhyme scheme of this poem is A, B, C, B. Now I'm going to put another example on the board. Feel free to pause the video if you need more time, but I'd like you to try and work out what the rhyme scheme of this one is. Now, as your response task this week, you're going to need to create an A-B rhyme scheme for your poems. Most of you were able to get rhyme in there, but sadly, no one was able to get that A-B structure I was looking for. One of the resources I recommend on screen now is rhymezone.com. Considering the fact you're at home and a lot of you are working on computers or phones, this is an excellent resource when not in school. You're able to put in whatever word you would like something to rhyme with, and then the system will automatically find you a list of words, and then you can pick the most appropriate one. It's a really handy tool for work like this. Once this work is completed, I'd like you to upload it to Class Charts under the Response Task section. If you need any more assistance, obviously you can get in touch with me, but accompanying this video, there is a paper document that goes into a little bit more detail about the feedback you are receiving as a class. And finally, we end with our stars of the week. Everyone on this list will be getting some merits. Well done to all of you, and I look forward to seeing you again in live lessons next week. Say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie beat. Now what you hear is not a test.